Hello and welcome to the Lehigh Valley Food Podcast. My name's Tim, and with me today I have my co-host Jacoby. And today we're at Dinky's Ice Cream Parlor and Grill.
The first one opened in Bangor, you said, right?
Correct.
So where are you from? Are you from Bangor, or?
We're from Bangor, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Originally, we grew up in I grew up in Ringo's, New Jersey. My wife grew up in Hampton, New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
We met actually at a concession stand similar to selling burgers, fries, pierogies, stuff like that. And kind of met in the early 90s, and the rest is kind of history. We got married, had 2 kids.
Now we're here. Yeah.
Now we're here. Yeah.
So what made you want to just kind of open a restaurant in the first place?
Well, when I was younger, we like I said, we met at a place similar to this.
Mm-hmm.
I was a truck driver for roughly 6 years at Busby Block in Lebanon, New Jersey, and then was an oil truck driver and propane driver for Stem Brothers in Milford. And I actually slipped on the ice and blew my back out.
Oh boy!
I slipped twice in 1 week, and had to have actually 2 surgeries, and we weren't sure what we were going to do, how I was going to do it. I actually went back to work after my wife handed me a book that said Norm's Ideas on the front. And so I just started writing down ideas, and she's like, write down all your ideas in case you can't, because I was really nervous because I enjoyed what I did.
Right.
Yeah,
right? I worked with my brother. Like we worked side by side every day, which is pretty cool. I mean, we had our ups and downs just like anybody else, but it was fun. And so we were, she gave me this idea, and I wrote down an ice cream shop was like one of the top ones on there. And we figured we'd give it a shot, so we opened the first one up in Bangor, PA, and I sold a 57 Chevy Bel Air to actually start the first Dinky's up in Bangor.
And then the name Dinky's. You were saying a little bit before we started recording that that's your nickname. Where did that kind of come from?
Correct. My father, Norm Matthews, he's a junior, and he actually, first time mom changing a diaper, you can know where that goes. I mean, it's kind of embarrassing, but you know what? It's kind of fun to say. When you say Dinky's, you can't laugh. You can't not laugh about it. You have to laugh.
It's so true.
So to this day, he still calls me Dink. I'm 50 years old. My friends call me Dinky. My cousins call me Dinky. People call me Dinky. My mom, she calls me Normie. So that being said, we're here.
It is a good name for an ice cream stop.
Oh,
It is.
honestly,
It is.
it makes a great name for our place.
It is. It's fun. Like the kids love it. The kids enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so that being up in Bangor, we decided like after 9 years, I had to find the right spot to open. Mm-hmm. And we were actually going to the casino to see if we can get some cash flow to maybe open up another one. You never know.
Might have some good luck.
Not likely though, but so we actually driving down 3rd Street here, saw the sign for rent and stopped in the middle of the road and just gazed for a second and gave him a call and left a message, and the next day we were here looking at it.
That's awesome. That's incredible. It's funny how that works out sometimes. You're just driving by and wow, look at there it is. And this is a great spot for an ice cream shop too.
Yeah.
You know what? The South Side up and coming the way it is, I love it. And just the history.
Absolutely.
And being proud of like what's actually standing over there, the steel stacks, just it's awesome.
And I've noticed you have a school right across the street.
Charter Arts High School right across the street. Hey, can't beat that.
I mean, you got that. You got Lehigh. You got, there's Northampton in there
Lehigh,
a little bit too.
Got a lot of Lehigh kids come in. Actually, a lot of Moravian kids come in too.
Huh.
Yeah,
Very
which is
cool.
kind of cool. And I hear them talk back and forth. Yeah, they talk trash a little bit.
Do they? Oh, against each other?
Of course.
I was going to say, 'cause I thought you meant the ice cream. I was like, why would they all come all the way over here if they're going to talk trash? Like, clearly it's better than everyone else's that's in the way.
That little rivalry going on between Lehigh and Moravian.
I mean, I'm sure there is. So you have food and you have and ice cream. So what came first?
Well, of course, the ice cream. Ice cream was the first, and then we started with just hot dogs and chili.
Okay.
And my mother's recipe for the chili, we actually cut some stuff out of it to put it easier on a hot dog, and so you can actually buy it and eat it. So
That's interesting.
yeah.
What was in it that you couldn't buy?
Well, it's not that you can't buy. It wasn't anything like that. Nothing illegal. We're all good there. It was just like the crushed tomatoes and stuff like that. That made it more like runnier. It's more of a meatier chili.
You just want something that sits on a hot dog nice. Very cool. Very cool.
And then from that, we decided to do some up in Bangor. We didn't have an oven hood, so we went with an Instaburger machine. But it had to be a fresh meatball, 2 meatballs pressed down, and then 45 seconds to cook a burger. I'm like, can't beat that.
Why not? Yeah.
Wow.
I tell you what, cooking a burger 45 seconds, and you think it would taste nasty. It doesn't. It's really good. It is really good.
Huh. So do you do the same method here, or do you cook them differently?
No, here we actually have a full kitchen, full griddle, and it takes a lot longer than that, the 45 seconds. Some people don't like the wait, but you know what? Good things are worth the wait. That's what I always say. We had to put a sign up. You know what? We're not fast food. We're good food. Everything made to order. So please, thank you guys for your patience. I know everybody's in a rush nowadays, but we can only do what we can do. And we want to make sure it's right.
Yeah.
So.
Now, do you have any specialty burgers that you do? Do you ever just go crazy with something one time? Try something different out?
Actually, we have this burger that it's named after a girl that works for us. Okay. She's about, I'll say 4 foot something tall. She's not very tall.
Is it called the Shorty?
No. She's not big at all. She is a very cute girl, and it's called I think I can say this on there. It's called the Bellows Big Ass Belly Buster. And it's named after her because it's two mac and cheese. It's actually 2 burgers stuffed with mac and cheese with bacon and then cheese on top of that with lettuce, tomato, onion, ketchup, and mayo.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or actually onion ring sauce and 3 pickles. It's big. It's huge. Well, she sat down, no problem, in 10 minutes and devoured one. and I'm like, where did all of it go? And I'm like, oh my God. So I said, you mind if I name this burger after you? Because it wasn't named the Jade's Big Ass Belly Buster. It was named after she ate it. And then she sat down like a couple days later and ate 2 steel stackers in one sitting. And I was like, oh my God.
I used to be able to eat like that.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
I try to. I just don't feel great after.
She's been warned later on. It might not come off, but hey, she said for now she's going to enjoy life.
Hey, it is what it is, right?
Can't blame her.
Right.
So you guys have the ice cream and the food. Is the ice cream, is it coming from anywhere special?
It comes from a place, it's a family-run company. They've been working, I think, since 1969, 1970. They've been making their own homemade stuff for years. So they tell us, promote it as homemade. It is a homemade ice cream.
Awesome.
We just don't make it here. If
Totally
we have
fair.
some specialties, we can actually ask them, and they may be able to do it. Right now, they're kind of frantic because some of the stuff they're not able to get in because of what happened last year through the pandemic and all
No,
that.
I definitely understand that, and I hear that.
Yeah, and I'm glad to be sitting here with you guys talking about this too.
Yeah, absolutely. I see you guys have a lot of staff. That's a good thing because we're seeing a lot of places that have shortages of staff and need people in. And speaking of the pandemic,
actually, we have a lot of friends that help.
See, that's really
good. It is very hard to find staff.
And
I consider these people back here, whoever works for me, is friends and family. Friends and family goes both ways because we had some friends or family that are not with us anymore, and unfortunately, but the ones that are back there, they're not all like direct family, but they're
family enough.
Yeah. To us, we're considered family.
Yeah, that's incredible.
They they get it. With my wife's back there, Mama Dink, and her name's Jill. But yeah, Mama Dink we call her, and everybody calls her that. She makes homemade chipwich sandwiches.
Awesome.
And all that stuff, a lot of her recipes. The mac and cheese is all her recipe. I just make it. I cook it, I make it, and she just showed me how, and she's like, no, we just keep going with what you're doing.
So she came up with a lot of the recipes?
Oh, my God, yeah.
Okay. Does she have, like, an inspiration that you know of or anything when she's creating
It's just, having 2 kids and
Knowing how to
feeding
cook.
big families, knowing how to
things
cook.
together, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Knowing what works and has a lot of practice.
her side is that German side, and then
Mhm.
my side's the Italian and Norwegian, and then you put the 2 of them together and you throw all this stuff. Hey, that's America, man.
That is so true. So you were talking a little bit before we sat down, when we first sat down before we were recording about kind of the interior of the restaurant, and you were talking about how family and everything else is represented even in the staff and
Oh yeah, like
and
the
all that.
you come in, you'll see Marilyn Monroe. Well, all the Marilyn Monroe, all those pictures were given to me by my sister. James Dean, Marlon Brando, Little Rascals are in here. They were actually hung up in my house when we were kids. I know my one cousin had them hanging up in his house and then gave them to my mother. And I was like, wow, they've been around for a while.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then like I said, the 57 Chevy, there's a mural of my car up on the wall, and that was done by a 14-year-old who actually works for us.
And it's a really cool painting. It really is. I was gonna say
Yeah.
she should come do one on one of our walls in our office.
She would. She goes to the charter art school right across the street.
There you go. Maybe we'll have to bring her in.
And then the sunset's my grandfather dipping his cookie in his tea, and then we have the Glen Top Farm sign, which is my father-in-law's farm over in New Jersey.
Awesome. Very cool. Very cool. So, when did you guys open this Bethlehem location?
We opened June 22nd, 2020.
Okay.
Middle of
That's
the
why
pandemic.
when we were looking around, I'm like, that place seems real new.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
because I didn't really come over here much during the pandemic. I
Right,
kind of
right.
stayed on my side of town. And we're like, oh, because I think what used to be here, it was,
Actually, before us, it was a interior design.
Okay.
And then it was a St. Luke's office, I think, prior to
interesting.
that.
I know somewhere around here in one of these was like a vape store. I thought it was this one when we
Nope.
were walking up.
Other side of the student entrance here.
Okay.
Yep. It was in the same building, though.
Yeah, I was like, I know there was something in
I
here.
think it was called Steel Vape.
Something like
it's
that.
still on the back door back there. I think.
Do you have any other plans for opening up maybe like a third place or?
If we can get a wrangle on employees and
Yeah.
able to find employees, we would love to open up a third place. Because actually getting into Music Fest opened and actually opening up down here with Missy Hartney, the Southside Arts District Director. She's been a godsend. She is she's amazing.
Yeah.
And she's opened the doors for a lot of us, for us to be able to get our foot in.
Very cool.
So, and we plan on sticking around for a while. Big time.
Where would you think about going if you were to open another space? If you can say. If you can't, that's totally
I
fine.
honestly don't know yet. I'm not sure. I'm not 100%. But it has to be the right spot. Like I said, it took
does.
us eight years to find this place after opening the first one. So hopefully it doesn't take another 8. I mean, I would like to open up more, but until then,
I can imagine one in like city center Allentown. Maybe.
that
Or
was
Easton.
the first place I was going to
maybe
think
Easton,
of.
yeah.
Allentown.
Definitely Center City, Easton, or Allentown.
Easton. Yep.
That's not bad. You was that your first time at Music Fest?
Yes.
Ooh, how was it?
It was a roller coaster because there was mixed emotions about us being the new people and the old people. I kind of heard mixed stories, but I don't want to have any bad blood towards anybody or anything. I was just really appreciative that he stepped down and gave us the opportunity to go in there and give it a
Absolutely.
shot. I'm like, I hope they have us back next year. I mean, that'd be great.
Awesome. Yeah, it was crazy. On the north side, they took half of it away, and I was like, that must be for COVID. And they're like, no, it just floods too much. We're literally not opening this half again.
Okay.
That's what I was told. So even that
wow.
with the vendors, they tried to fit everybody in that used to go down there. So getting in was
Okay.
Really
Yeah.
cool. And
I could see that being
Yeah.
a problem over there. Yeah.
that was tough to get
You know,
back up
we
the hill.
we learned a lot from Music Fest, like especially like the size. We were giving out 20-ounce milkshake. Now, milkshake being as hot as it was, isn't as refreshing to a lot of people as you would think
Right.
because it's a milk. It's
Yeah.
heavy. So we came up with the Dinky's Freezies.
Okay.
So the Italian ice with a splash of either coconut milk, almond milk, or regular milk.
Wow, that sounds
Mix
delicious.
it up, and you would think it would be that ice crystal that you would, and nobody really likes that ice crystal.
But it
right?
comes out smooth?
It's not. It comes out smooth and so much lighter than a milkshake.
Huh.
Remember that Dinky's Freezies. You heard it here first.
Do you guys have them on the menu now?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to get.
We
one
should be
before we leave.
pushing them more than we are, but we will. They'll be
All
out
right.
there.
All right. So, besides the Dinky's Freezies, what else did you serve down there, or just those?
No, we had milkshakes, freezies. We had ice cream, of course.
Any
hard-
of your
hard and
burgers or
soft.
anything?
No, we didn't do any of the food.
Okay.
We did do the Mama Dink's homemade Chipwich sandwiches.
Totally fair.
And people love them. People love them. We
Do you
had
have any-
great reviews, as far as I was told, because I really don't look
I
at
mean-
reviews anymore.
Yeah, right.
Because that's just a good way to get hurt,
Right. Yeah.
especially with the internet nowadays.
Oh my God. Yeah. I let everybody else look at it, and then they'll tell me.
Yeah.
In their own
Just tell me all the
way.
good stuff. Tell me all the good
Right?
stuff.
So, do you have anything coming up during that time that you want to talk about?
We actually are going to be in Celtic Fest.
Awesome.
They asked us to be there. They were pretty stoked that we could actually be there. We won't. I don't think we'll be doing the gelatis there with the soft serve.
Okay.
But we do have our homemade ice cream we're going to be having, and we will bring the Italian ice. So if you want the hard or soft or hard ice cream with the Italian ice, we'll be able to do it. But soft serve as of right now is a no-go.
Totally fair.
Do you have any plans for that at Celtic Fest? Any special thing you're gonna do there?
I'm
Maybe
not
something
100%.
Celtic themed?
I don't know.
Kind of like a burger with like a sword stuck
Oh no,
through
no,
it?
no! We're not doing any food.
Okay.
It's just, we're the dessert. We're
Just
definitely
the ice
dessert.
cream.
Oh, okay.
We
Just
don't
the
have a
ice cream
food
part.
truck or anything. I don't want to be
Yeah.
under a tent with that.
With
A
the
grill. That's too hot.
We do that with some events, the smaller ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, we know when we're
when you're at the limit.
yeah we want to do it, but
That's totally fair.
You do anything for Halloween at all?
I know. Well, Bangor, PA, they always do a Halloween parade, and up there we usually have specials going on during the parade and usually right before the parade. So, but down here I'm not too sure what goes on because, like I said, COVID. We didn't know how busy it was going to
Yeah.
be today, and today was slammed because it was the
Busy,
first
yeah.
day of school.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
get ready for that every day until about Christmas, I
Oh,
guess.
I hope you are absolutely right. I'm hoping. I'm going to hold you to it now. That'd be nice.
I never even thought about that. All the kids getting out of school just.
Neither did we because we were.
Yeah.
It was just me and Amanda. She was up front. I was in the back, and all of a sudden I turned around and there's a line at the door. I'm like,
And you're
oh,
like,
what happened?
So,
And we do a jingle. We
you?
have a jingle.
do
I
you
don't
sing
know.
it?
On all our commercials that you follow, you see us on Facebook at all. Okay, so you know the jingle. That's my jingle.
Okay.
I came up with that jingle years ago, and I am talking before we even opened up Dinky's, and I never sang it out loud until one day.
Until one day you
and
had
I'm just
to.
like, hey, come on down and get yourself a treat because Dinky's Ice Cream Parlor just can't be beaten. Jill goes, did you just come up with that? I said, no, about 5 years ago. And that was before we opened the first one in 2012.
You said Jill was the one who made most of the menu items.
Yeah.
Have you made any of them? Or
Well, yeah, the burgers, well, like the
all the
bacon jam.
burgers? Yeah.
I'll take stuff from others and
Yeah.
tweak it.
So-
And like the bacon jam that we made it's not like anybody else's.
Mhm.
It's to me it's sweeter. It's got more kick to it.
Mhm.
So that's people seem
Yeah.
to like the bacon jam.
So the reason I ask is because we usually play a little game at the end of the episode just for kind of fun. We should probably start doing it in the beginning to break the ice, honestly.
That's possible. Maybe.
But, you know, you have mostly sandwiches and stuff on your menu. So we've decided to bring a food item that should have nothing to do with sandwiches. And we're going to ask you how you would cook it into a sandwich.
Oh, great.
So there you go.
All right. I would go with a stuffed shrimp burger
Stuffed
Yeah?
shrimp burger.
with white clam sauce.
Yep. And yeah, it's white clam sauce. It has like the chunky clams in it.
Yeah.
You know, that nasty can that you open.
Stuffed shrimp with some shredded cheddar,
All right.
white
All right.
clam sauce,
Any like
Salt and
special
pepper.
bun or anything for it?
salt and pepper on our brioche bun. That's it.
All right.
I'd take a bite.
And I would
I'd eat
actually
it.
put some. I would do that with I would still use our onion ring sauce. I mean, I love our onion ring sauce on everything we make. We make our own onion ring sauce.
Nice.
That's
But yeah,
good.
come on. I thought this was going to be hard, guys.
We don't want it to be too hard because, imagine what happens if we like slam it on the table. You're like, what the hell is that?
I was waiting for that. You really
don't-
had me nervous.
I'm not trying to discredit anyone here.
No, you really had me nervous, man.
Oh man.
For some of like when we start doing more like some of the higher end restaurants we're gonna put in, I've got
Go
some
crazy?
challenges.
Yeah, you got some
Gonna go real
challenges, right?
crazy, yeah,
well,
yeah.
well, thank you so much because I got no culinary backing except for my wife, my mother, and I just know not to oversalt things. And
See, you say that, but I watch like a lot of Gordon Ramsay, and he just like pours the salt on there.
It's like a dash of salt.
He's like, just a dash of salt.
yeah, that's funny. Actually, my cook took a specialty class in New York last year
Very
during
cool,
COVID
very
with
cool.
Gordon Ramsay.
Really?
And he was one of the cooks, specialty cooks there.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
it was cool. It was
That's
cool.
really cool. I wish I knew that existed. I'd have done that.
He's actually doing something with another chef, Bob. I don't know if it's Bobby Flay or not, but he's going to do something
Interesting.
else.
Very cool.
Yeah.
No, we have some good stuff. I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but like
No, that's cool.
we have some really weird things that I found in like the back corner of like a Chinese restaurant. So-
Yeah. So like
That's crazy, crazy. And there is a thing that we actually I just remembered. My wife signed us up to be in this. You know that painter Bob, the painter.
yeah.
There's a Bob Fest supposedly going on.
Interesting.
Bob Fest.
Bob
Where's that
Fest.
at?
It's in Bethlehem.
Huh.
I think it's down where I'm not 100%, but I think it's where Celtic Fest is being held.
Huh. Very
Now,
cool.
And I'm not sure of the time or the date exactly, but my wife
Interesting.
knows everything. When it comes to that, I'm like, please keep everything. And she's going through some medical issues right now.
Yeah.
She was diagnosed with, unfortunately, breast cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And and I still
Which
put all that on her because
Actually,
if it,
shirts are actually for that.
there you go.
Or, see if
Heck yeah.
people stop me and say, "Hey, that's kind of a cool shirt."
Hey, can I buy one of those? Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So
All the profits.
yeah,
go
but
to,
we'll definitely be doing a lot of stuff for that this year. So
Awesome. But yeah, she, like I said, she's in the back now. She's cooking away.
yeah,
She doesn't stop. She will work me under the table, and I swear she'll work anybody under the table. She scares me sometimes, in a good way.
that's always a good thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the anchor that keeps the place.
Oh, you ain't kidding. And I know it's called Dinky's, but it should be called Mama Dinks. To tell you the truth,
You should open up another store. That's called Mama Dinks.
Right next
I
door.
told her.
Right
her
next
that.
door.
We were talking about bakery, like
That would be
having her
really
do
cool.
bakery stuff.
That would be cool.
You could even have you could have a bakery section in here.
Oh my God, yeah, it's big
Yeah.
enough. Yeah.
This is a real nice
So
place.
see you, buddy.
It's a
See you, Nancy. Love you guys.
yeah. It certainly has the room.
Oh my God, yeah. And you know what? Unfortunately, we took out a room that was there.
Did you really?
And there was a room there,
Huh.
and there was a little hall that went basically to the front of the
Yeah.
car. And after we did it and everything was up, and I'm like, I could have had a party room for like little birthday parties or something. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I destroyed this one wall.
And
you know
still
what?
have parties in here.
With the location that you have and the clientele you
Yeah.
have, you're better off doing it this
Yeah,
way.
it turned out good. Yeah.
So, and I love the booths and everything.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, it's been a pleasure, Norman. Dinky,
Thank you so much.
thank you for coming on the show.
Oh, it's my pleasure,
We,
and I thank you guys for coming out
Oh,
and
yeah,
doing it.
absolutely.
No problem.
Head on down. Definitely have the Dinky Freeze, right?
Heck yeah.
And then a
Dinky
nice
Freezy.
burger. A Dinky Freezy. That's what it was. Sorry.
And
I'll
maybe
edit
look,
that.
maybe look for Dinky's at Bob Fest, wherever that is.
Yeah, Bob
whenever
Ross
that
Fest
is.
In
or Bob
Bethlehem.
Fest.
In Bethlehem.
That's
And come
Celtic
on by
Fest,
and get
too?
a burger.
Oh yeah, I'm about to do that too.
Yeah.
cool. You guys knew it because you guys knew that it's coming on down and getting yourself a treat. You knew that Dinky's Ice Cream Parlor couldn't be beat.
There you go. I'll pull the audio off of an Instagram post. Do you have music
Oh
behind
my
it?
God, there's no music now. I keep.
Well, then there you go.
We do
Well.
have bands come in every once in a while.
Yeah.
Live bands.
Well, somebody asked
And,
if we were a band.
It's funny. Well, because my buddy Sam plays with the John DeRosa band, and John DeRosa, they were supposed to play Saturday night. I actually sing now every once in a while.
Okay.
They'll let me actually get up on stage and sing
Very
an Elvis
cool.
song. Little
Very
Sister.
cool.
I belted it out in front. They were out there with the full band, and they were going to town. I was like,
I saw
he's
that.
like, yeah,
I
you're
saw
coming
that.
out. And I'm like, all right, I'll go out. I'm like,
Yeah,
that's the second time I've ever sang in front of people. I'm like, why not?
Yeah. We actually reached out because we saw the Instagram and we
Oh, sweet.
were like, this guy's got a good personality. He
Yeah,
needs,
he needs to
he's
be
gonna
on the
great.
show.
Awesome. I'm so glad you guys stopped in. I'm glad I met you two.
Yeah, absolutely.